Hey guys, I'm Dhananjay and I built DeepForge. DeepForge is a way to compile your intents into programmable DeepBook strategies. So let's look at the problem straight away. So building on DeepBook today and is like a very tedious task. Why is it so? Because no one as a developer, as a newcomer knows about hand composed strikes, SVI volume surfaces, the PLP limits, settlement, every field, every time that happens is kind of very tedious for any developer to build on top of TPO credit. The second one is this only then narrows down the audience to experts only, which means it is very highly that error prone predictions are going to happen within uh, this strategies because not a lot of folks can write deep rope strategies that efficiently. Uh, this third point here being portability. The strategy is created from one expert or one dev or one user can be transferred to other strategies, like can be forked as well. So there's no single versioning as such present for the strategies which are built on top of deep group predict. So that's where we've built a very simple way where you can see in this dashboard, you can compose your own strategies by giving it intents. The intents obviously being in simple uh, natural language. And then you can visualize those intents into our DSL scripts. DSL script is nothing but an intermediary language that is ideally a YML type of file which anyone can edit and write. This helps the developers to write deterministic code directly to ideally generate strategies on their own. And let's just walk you through what's happening here, ideally. Uh, a real on-chain position is when a financial IR, a deterministic on-chain numeric representation, then there's intent, and there's compilation. So everything is uh, aggregated into one. Now, coming to the live demo, let's just hop on to the live demo instead of walking through all the slides. So, this is the page that you land on. Let's see what all you can do. From a sentence to an on-chain position, you can see deepforge.yml could be created. You can create strategy graphs. You can have resolve strikes from the live oracle that we're pulling it from. Obviously, this is everything's live on Sui testnet for now, but it's just a package ID change and a network change. So let's just dive deep into the demo. You can create any kind of strategy. So I'll just give this the default strategy and I'll say generate this strategy. And it is now reading the live market. It is compiling the intents into an IR. And now you can see it has created a canonical YML file. This is an artifact like the intermediate representation for this file where I can ideally change this to 1 as well. And I can then compile this again. So this is helpful for devs to write. This is helpful for generic users. This is helpful for the AI bots and stuff. Like if you're AI native, you can just prompt any of your prompts and it would create that strategy and you can visualize it here. Things that it does in the compiler pipeline is it reads live data on chain oracles with 250 live oracles, compiles the intent into a strategy graph, price every leg on chain. So you can see it's the amount is 1 year. Assesses risk versus live wall state, simulate payoff distribution. The strategy graph here is capital, allocator, range, settlement, and exit, which is obviously a simple way to actually put in your money and also have these rules in place. Under the hood, the live volatility, surface, and pricing is also mentioned, where the forward is this value and the spot value is this, and it expires in 55 minutes. The leg here is this, and the obviously the equation that we've used is all of this is internal, but we've tried to make it more transparent so users know what's happening behind the scenes. There's also a simulation, like the simulation of the SVI surface, where it shows the BTC pricing from the oracle as well. And the strategy allocates, you can see it's already mentioning the strategy allocates $1 to the range of this particular thing. And the probability of this model to win is 73.1% for now. and pays 1.35 if it wins. This is the main point. Expected PNL is around $0.01. So it also gives you a risk dashboard here, which is the best thing I feel. You can see the risk is 37, so I think I should go all in on this. So I'll deploy this strategy. I've already connected my Slush wallet, by the way. So you can see I'm going to deposit 1.05D USDC, which is DeepBook USDC. I'll approve this transaction by adding my password. Once approved, it should create that range. The signed transactions were also provided. So let's just open that transaction here, over here. And yeah, it's successful. As you can see, 11 seconds ago, uh, we transferred it. If you can see any more details, you can just go through this section. And coming back to our topic where we just ideally deployed uh, our strategy, but we can also publish our strategy for others to use this strategy. So the way to do is just by clicking and approving. Once you approve, it is the public, like the strategy has been deployed on the marketplace, and you can again see the same thing over here. Again, same thing, which is nice. Now coming back to the marketplace. So this was the marketplace that we just published, and other users who come on the platform can now fork this, and you can see the exact DSL IR was used and exact values that were used. Now I can fork this to create a new version, say version 0.2. So this expects 0.1 because I've forked it. So I can just change these values because this is my own version now. So what I'll do is I'll make this 1.5. 1.5. I'll remove this and I'll compile and simulate. Now it's going to read these values, and the max logs percentage can be reduced to 5%, I feel, just to be on the safe side. And this is just showing my current transactions. So the connected wallets transactions are shown here. So now I can see a new graph. The risk has decreased by like 7 points, I guess. And the liquidity is there. The oracles are like in a good state. The volatility is in a good state. The settlements are also being done. So that's what's happening. Like you can see the activity timeline for all the experts and the devs that are using this platform. So it's kind of an audit log where you can see all the published prediction strategies that were pushed on the marketplace and which can then be forked by others. And this makes it easier for anyone to build on top of DeepBook, is what I feel. So everything is just live and verifiable, and like there are categories for it. Like deepest integration is the SVIV surface. The dev inspect, like the DevX is solved a lot because I feel no one knows about PLPs, mintable band limits, and other things. And we are going in depth just using a simple intent prompt, I would say. And the package is also given here, which will also be attached with this submission. And we've also given us a live app link here and the GitHub. If you want to try it out, please do check it out. It's the ideal goal is to make it as a compiler and an IDE for anyone to publish and build their DeepBook predict strategies. Thank you.